O'Neill Outside Radio is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Works Power and Garden Tools. Toyota, let's go places. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Big Green Egg, the most popular and most versatile ceramic grill. Huff Shed, great storage sheds and custom buildings. Year One, classic car parts for American muscle cars. Arctic Ice, the most durable, versatile, and effective cooler packs available. Timbuktu Outdoors, the ideal solution to live bait. Furminator, the best food plot implement on earth. And the Georgia Department of Natural Resources and State Parks.
From Black Powder Headquarters and the Bojangled Studio at Three Falls Cabin in the North Georgia Mountains, it's time for O'Neill Outside. For anything in the outdoors, this is your source. Listen in and call the show with your comments or questions. And now, here's O'Neill.
Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to O'Neill Outside from the Bojangled Studio high in the mountains of North Georgia. Yes, indeed, it's Works Radio for the next 2 hours. No politics, no COVID-19 unless you just have to. But we're like a lot of things to talk about, a lot of recommendations to make, and I hope you'll join us on the program. The telephone numbers are 404-872-0750 in the Atlanta, Georgia area, which is a big area, and across the country on WSB 95.5 and the SB Nation Radio Network to 155 cities across the country at 800-972-8255. 800-972-8255. It's time to get out of the house if it's legal. But I've got some great places to go where you'll be separated from everyone else, and you get to spend some time with your family and with your children, and we'll get to that later in the program. It's 7 after the hour right now. We'll have our Medal of Honor in the second hour, the radio prize package, the Rocco's prize package, the True Turn tackle tips, and it's lightning like mad up here outside. I hope you maybe saw that flash. Yes, indeed, it's raining, but it's springtime. What a surprise. It's supposed to be warming up and being moist, and that's what triggers all these storms. So if you're locked inside this morning for whatever reason, give us a call at Works Radio, and we can talk about the outdoors. It's turkey season. Those thunder chickens are out there, and they're for the taking. But we have some lessons. I would like to know from you today, if you don't mind calling and letting me know, what have you learned about turkey hunting in the last couple of years that has made you better and more successful? And indeed, who taught you? I haven't been turkey hunting yet. I think the last 2 weeks of the season are the best. That's when everything is so lonesome. 404-872-0750, 800-972-8255. We'll have the mailbag and a lot of other things and your calls. You make it happen. This is O'Neill with Works Radio, and I'll be back.
If you think a tin shed can hold up like a tough shed, you're in for a big surprise.
After 38 years, our buildings speak for themselves. Dream, design, and build at toughshed.com.
Your projects have met their match. Introducing the Works Switch Driver. With 2 rotating chucks, you can switch between bits in a second and get your projects done twice as fast. Say goodbye to all the hassle of an ordinary drill. Switch in a second from drilling to driving, Phillips to flat, drill bit to paddle bit, screwdriver to socket. Power through your projects faster and easier with the most innovative drill driver available, the Works Switch Driver. Get yours today.
With Arctic ice in your cooler, the possibilities are endless. Built in the USA. Built to last. Never buy ice again. Arctic Ice. No hassle, no mess. Colder than the rest.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works AeroCart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is AeroCart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, AeroCart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Live less, do more. Get your Works AeroCart today. Available at Works.com.
The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment combines a rugged gear-driven tiller with the proven seed delivery and cultipacking systems that made the Verminator famous. The RT heavy-duty tiller allows true one-pass planting in most soil types like never before. An added feature is the tiller and seeder can be separated and used independently, making the RT perfect for a small garden at home or a large field food plot. The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment.
Be ready to go fishing anytime with Fisher's Choice canned baits. Yes, canned baits. Real shrimp, worms, and crickets. Preserved and packaged in a way for you to keep and use whenever you want to go fishing. They stay soft and moist. They look and feel like live bait. Panfish just love them. Unopened, they have a 5-year shelf life, 2 weeks after they're opened. Order online at TimbuktuOutdoors.com.
On the way to the lake or something, it's raining right now. We're talking with Roger Bannister now. Good morning, Roger. This is O'Neill. Welcome to the program.
Hey, buddy. You know, I ran the 4-minute mile. Remember that?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, that's right.
No,
Roger
I've
Bannister.
met you before. Hey, you just full of crap. So am I.
Yeah, I know.
But, no, I don't go to. I haven't hunted a turkey this year.
Oh, okay.
And you're right. I love living late season turkey. They gobble in the afternoon.
Boy, indeed. If you get one to gobble in the afternoon, he is yours.
He's dead. Yeah.
Have you ever
Greene County, Butts County, wherever the hell he is? But I save a lot of gas on that.
You betcha. Roger, let me ask you: Have you ever hunted the Rio Grande or some of the other turkeys out west?
No, sir. I'm a Georgia boy.
Okay. Well, I want you to know that I've done that a lot, and those birds out there, the Rio and the other names, the species, those are easy to take.
No,
they are.
I ain't gonna drive that far.
Yeah,
got that? Did you hear me? I'm not gonna drive that far. But the thing about it is, through the years, I mean, I've got turkeys, double beards, and all this kind of stuff through the years, and been in Georgia Outdoor News magazine and all that kind of stuff. But it's just my nephews. They kill good birds.
Fantastic.
But, I ain't been that good this year.
All right, let me ask you a question. People that are listening to the program right now may be novice turkey hunters. They may be turkey hunters that aren't as successful as you. What one thing would you tell the average turkey hunter that he probably does wrong that keeps him from taking birds?
Don't make any noise and get your ass in there and get your ass out. That's about the size of it.
Okay.
But hey, and don't ever assume that there's no turkey in there. Mm-hmm. They're there.
Yeah, they're
all over the place.
Yes, they are.
You just have to hunt them, and just take your dang time. I mean, you drove down there or up there or wherever you were.
Well, what I would say to the answer to that question is the following, and I'm a reader of Tom Kelly, who is the greatest turkey writer ever, and he says you'll learn more from the turkeys than you will any other way. So, like you said, you got to go.
You got to get in there.
That's right, and there are a lot of turkeys there, and they will teach you the mistakes you make.
Yep. Oh, I've been doing it for years. Roscoe Reams.
Anybody's
out there listening. me and him's had many discussions, and my nephew, he's the one that drugged me into this, but years ago. But hey, no, Roscoe Reams was, he's a fine turkey hunter.
You bet.
And
I went with Roscoe one time, and he did something that during the hunt that finished the hunt. This is what did it. The turkey, the gobbler was on the way. We could see him, but he wouldn't come in that last 20 yards. We were behind a bunch of pine limbs that we had put in front of us. And the last 20 yards, we're sitting there under a tree that Roscoe and I are, and Roscoe scratched the ground with his foot.
Yep.
And that did it.
That's it. Hey, look here. Y'all listening to me? Scratch, scratch.
Yeah.
Scratch, scratch, scratch.
Yes, sir.
Scratch. That's what brings them in.
Yeah, that's that rhythm and he did it. And boy, that turkey ran in.
Yeah.
And that was the last 20 yards he ever took.
Yeah.
That's right.
O'Neill, love you. Listen, I hope somebody else calls in and gives you some more information, and that's all information I can probably give you, that scratch thing.
Okay.
I used to take a bag with like you get at Publix or somewhere, and just go scratch, 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 scratch.
Oh.
Without moving.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I learned something today.
Yep. Dang, everybody does. It's just like no, it's just you have to make a noise to let them know where you are. Cut the calls, okay?
Yeah, people.
All you gotta do is hit a box call like one time, like that, and just leave it alone.
That's right.
They're coming to you.
That's a good recommendation.
All you gotta do is scratch, scratch, scratch.
That's a good recommendation, because I
where
know
you are.
the last time I hunted with Roscoe, we were successful, and he called 2 times. That was all.
Yeah.
We all called too much.
God.
Hey, Roger, sir, congratulations on that mile, and I'll see you soon, my friend.
Well, I'm not really. I'm not a runner anymore. But darn it, you know who I am.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
SOB.
All right, stay in touch, pal.
We'll see you at a show somewhere. But anyway,
I'm
just trying to throw some stuff out there. You don't have to overcall. You just have to call and let them know where you are.
That's right. They know. Catch you later, pal.
That's turkey hunting, sir.
You bet. Got to go.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
All right.
All right, let's talk now. We got something left over from last week. Wade is calling from Bowling Green. Good morning, Wade. Wade, are you there? Hey, what do you say?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, no, can you hear me?
I can. Not very well, but I can hear you. Yes, indeed.
Well, hang on. Let me turn around. How about that better?
That's better.
All right. I got to tell you something.
Tell me.
I love you. If I ever call you again, don't tell you I love you first thing, hang up on me.
Okay, I will. I'll keep it in mind. I'll write it down.
That virus is the devil.
Yes, it is.
I am well and doing fine.
Fantastic.
Thank the good Lord above.
Thank goodness. That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that.
The chicken soup, apple cider vinegar, and Louisiana hot sauce, and brush your teeth.
Okay.
Brush your teeth.
You made it,
and when
man.
when you can't get enough to drink some more water.
That's right. Well, I'm proud to see that you're still with us.
Well, you can't kill a hog. You can't poison a hog.
You're the
Even
greatest,
though
man.
I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan.
Well,
Don't get me wrong on this.
Well, all right. What's the temperature up in Bowling Green, Kentucky, anyway?
Hold on, let me put it on. I got it on the.
Just guess
right
at it.
now. That's the best thing about up here. We got some serious TV up here. I can watch the satellite anytime I want to. Channel 2. Hold on, I'll tell you. About 50. It's running about 49, 50.
Well, that's not bad. I thought it was cold.
No, I planted my tomato plants. It's too early to put them in the ground. We had a real hard frost yesterday. Or day before yesterday.
Okay.
A real hard one, O'Neill. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I have it up here. 48 degrees.
Oh, well,
really? At 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
3:20. No, you know my hour behind you.
Yes, indeed. I appreciate you getting up and staying in touch. I'm proud.
I got some more good news.
What? Well, hurry, because I'm about to run out of time.
Well, you want to hold me over? I mean, I got you hooked up with 100.4 up here. I'm trying to get you syndicated up here.
Okay. All right. Hold on there, and I'll put you on hold. And
roll me over, yeah, but don't hang up on me now, because I cannot get you on access on the computer today.
No, I'm going to put you on hold. That's right. We know how to do that, I think. This is O'Neill with O'Neill Outside. It's 21 after the hour. We have a lot of calls this morning about spring fishing and turkey hunting and some recommendations I have about places to take you, your family. You'll be quarantined, but it'll still be outside, inexpensive and lovely. This is O'Neill. You stay right there.
If you think a tin shed can hold up like a tough shed, you're in for a big surprise.
After 38 years, our buildings speak for themselves. Dream, design, and build at toughshed.com.
Your projects have met their match. Introducing the Work Switch Driver. With 2 rotating chucks, you can switch between bits in a second and get your projects done twice as fast. Say goodbye to all the hassle of an ordinary drill. Switch in a second from drilling to driving, Phillips to flat, drill bit to paddle bit, screwdriver to socket. Power through your projects faster and easier with the most innovative drill driver available, the Works Switch Driver. Get yours today.
With Arctic ice in your cooler, the possibilities are endless. Built in the USA, built to last. Never buy ice again. Arctic Ice. No hassle, no mess. Colder than the rest.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works AeroCart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is AeroCart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, AeroCart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Live less, do more. Get your Works AeroCart today. Available at Works.com.
The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment combines a rugged gear-driven tiller with the proven seed delivery and cultipacking systems that made the Verminator famous. The RT heavy-duty tiller allows true one-pass planting in most soil types like never before. An added feature is the tiller and seeder can be separated and used independently, making the RT perfect for a small garden at home or a large field food plot. The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment.
Be ready to go fishing anytime with Fisher's Choice canned baits. Yes, canned baits. Real shrimp, worms, and crickets. Preserved and packaged in a way for you to keep and use whenever you want to go fishing. They stay soft and moist. They look and feel like live bait. Panfish just love them. Unopened, they have a 5-year shelf life, 2 weeks after they're open. Order online at TimbuktuOutdoors.com.
John, I'll be with you in New York in just a minute, but right now let's go ahead and chat with Wade, calling from Bowling Green. What do you say, my man?
Can you hear me, boss?
Yes, sir.
All right, I was going to tell you, O'Neill, you know how you get up, you got to take us a minute to wake up in the morning, you know, kind of foggy-headed?
Sure.
All right, well, listen to this. You hear that breath?
I hear.
I couldn't do that last Saturday morning.
Oh, well, you're getting well. What does the doctor say?
I'm kicking it. I put my foot in it.
What does the doctor say you're going to be fully recovered?
2 to 3 months.
Oh, my goodness. Well, at least you got that in front of you.
If you listen to me and you can tell about the end of January, because I get to listen to all your podcasts all the time.
Uh-huh.
I go pull them up whenever I want to.
Oh, good.
You can hear it coming on about the end of January.
Okay.
But it was jumping up on me in late November because I couldn't hardly sing in the Christmas program at church.
Uh-huh.
on the 15th and the 16th. That's all I can do to breathe.
Oh, my goodness.
And I prayed the Lord I didn't give it to them. I mean, goodness gracious, them folks love me.
I'll bet so.
But stay home. In fact, let me rant real quick and I'll get off here. We'll talk about hunting and fishing later. But, folks, stay home. This is not a joke.
That's right.
I survived it, but I'm a healthy, strong, young 55-year-old male.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a borderline diabetic. I have high blood pressure. I'm a little overweight, but I beat it.
There you go.
Don't let it beat you.
Right. Stay home. Stay separated.
If you love somebody loves you, do it for them. Don't do it for yourself.
Exactly
right.
Do it
for them.
All right. Hey, listen, I appreciate you mentioning the podcast, and keep listening, my friend, and I'll catch you next week. There you go. There we are. Uh-oh. Well, doggone it, I cut him off again. Now let's chat with John calling from the Catskills in New York. What do you say, my friend?
All right, greetings from the Catskill Mountains. It might be raining down there, but it's snowing up here.
Oh, that's what I heard. I talked to a friend of mine in Ohio yesterday, and he said everything's white up here. Oh, my goodness.
Right, yeah. It's almost like every 2-3 days we've been getting a couple inches. And so I've been out in the woods tracking things, of course. And one thing I wanted to find out was we call them partridges, the rough grouse.
Right.
This time of year they're drumming in the springtime for the females and declaring their territory and such. The first time I ever heard of partridge drumming, I didn't know what it was. I thought somebody was starting up their lawnmower and it kept conking out on them.
Yeah, it's louder than you anticipate.
It's a different sound, a lower decibel or cycles they call it, I guess. As a matter of fact, they mentioned that the gray horned owl is a predator of them, but it cannot hear them drumming on the log because of the low decibel.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Very, very low frequency, like a like a drum. That's why it's called that.
Now, we got a good population up on top of the mountain, so I decided Wednesday, we had a little bit of snow, to seek some out, and I found 3 that were drumming on the stone wall.
Oh, boy.
About 200 to 300 yards apart, the males. And I always wondered, where did they come from? They're a ground rooster. They spend the night on the ground. So I backtracked each one of them. The first one was 40 yards away, and he drummed on a rock 10 yards away at first before he went to his primary drumming log. And then second partridge, he was about 70 yards away. And also the third partridge, he was about 70 yards away. They spent the night, and then they walked to the log to drum. And they walk in the dark. I've done this before. You got to get there early. Matter of fact, I set up a blind yesterday. I'm going to try and photograph them on the log in the snow today. I got to walk up the mountain, so I got to leave right after I get done talking with you. But they walk in the dark to the drumming log, and they start drumming even before it's light out. It's an interesting thing.
That's right. It's territorial.
Yes.
That's his spot. And he probably goes back to the same place every time.
And every year, actually.
That's right.
You know, if they survive, they go back every year. They've got 2 to 3 different other spots that they like to drum, but they have a primary spot.
My only problem with grouse hunting is that you always have to walk uphill. Don't you?
Our population right now is either up top of the mountain or down along the creek.
I see. Well, that's good. You got to be a good fast draw. Yeah, they'll get out of there fast.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
All right. Well, we're praying for Wade and everybody else with this pandemic, and we just got to. This is unreal time in the nation right now.
Patience, and listen. We are not tough guys. So do what they say. Separate yourself from everyone else if you can.
Right. You got it.
Good luck to you, pal.
Okay. Yes, take care.
Thanks for calling, John. Now, you got to call me back and let me know how many grouse you got today. Okay?
On camera.
Oh, you bet.
You bet. Thanks.
See you later, man. There we go. 404-872-0750, 800-972-8255. 55. I failed to tell you guys that this is Works Radio, and it's brought to you by Works Tools, Stripling's General Store, the Tough Shed. Man, my Tough Shed is full. Snellville Heating and Air, Rocco's Pub, the Georgia Department of Natural Resources, Historic Sites, and State Parks. True Turn, Hooks, Roadrunner Lures, Arctic Ice Freezer Packs, O'Neill's Podcasts, Fisher's Choice Baits, and now Gin Spring Generators, that's Briggs & Stratton, and Ritta Critter. I asked Gail last night, yesterday afternoon, how long we've lived here in the mountains now for 5 years. This was a weekend place. And when we moved in, we had rats and squirrels and mice and roof rats and bats and all kinds of stuff because we weren't here all the time. But we called, and so I recommend it. I'm sorry but it's Rid a Critter. And they came in, and they come in when needed, and we have no mice or bats or rats or anything else ever again. These people are really good at it. Okay, 404-872-0750, 800-972-8255. Let's put this at 32 after the hour. I tell you what, Corey, let's go ahead and do the radio prize package. And the radio prize package rules are the following. You cannot ever have won the radio prize package before, and you have to be 18 years old to win. First correct caller to 404-872-0750 or 800-972-8255, and you only get one answer. You don't get to call and ask the question again or ask that it be asked. No, you have to be ready with the answer. And here it is. Here's the question. O'Neill, and I just made reference to it, O'Neill and Gail moved here to the North Georgia mountains 5 years ago. In what city in Georgia did we live prior to that? That's the question. The radio prize package consists of a Bojangles gift card, a Big Green Egg koozie kit, an Angler magazine, the DNR rigs, Georgia State's Parks Guide, Fisher's Choice Baits, True Turn Tackle, Arctic Ice Travel Pack, Moonface Clock Forecaster, and a HydroShot glass. That HydroShot glass is okay. You understand the question? 404-872-0750, 800-972-8255. And Corey, it looks like we have a winner. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, we already have a winner, so you can stop calling, but you can call and we can discuss outdoors. Now, this is the recommendation that I'm going to have throughout the next hour and a half on the show here this morning, and that is this. School is out. School's suspended. You don't need to go to the grocery store often. You're not going to go to the gym. What a great time to get the family together and visit a state park, go for a hike, fish in the pond, whatever the case might be. But it's a great time to spend some days with your family at a state park. Now, how do you find out about the state parks? In whatever state you live, I can assure you there's a Department of Natural Resources and State Parks internet site, a website, and you can find out all about all the places that you can go. And it's worthwhile. Be sure and take your camera. And the only other recommendation I can make in that regard is if you're on a hike, slow down. Be quiet. And the woods will wake up around you. And other than that recommendation, if you're going to take a hike and spend some time in the woods, go to the internet and learn some of the calls. What does a crow sound like? What does a dove sound like? What does a meadowlark sound like? All of these things, a pileated woodpecker, what are those? All of those. Learn the sounds. It amplifies the experience of being in the woods at a state park. And when you go fishing, all you have to do is take some Fisher's Choice canned baits. And, man, you can get all these state parks in Georgia, and I'm sure it's everywhere else, are just loaded with panfish. You can catch a bucket full. This is O'Neill. We have the answer to the radio prize package when we return.
If you think a tin shed can hold up like a tough shed, you're in for a big surprise.
After 38 years, our buildings speak for themselves. Dream, design, and build at toughshed.com.
Your projects have met their match. Introducing the Work Switch Driver. With 2 rotating chucks, you can switch between bits in a second and get your projects done twice as fast. Say goodbye to all the hassle of an ordinary drill. Switch in a second from drilling to driving, Phillips to flat, drill bit to paddle bit, screwdriver to socket. Power through your projects faster and easier with the most innovative drill driver available, the Works Switch Driver. Get yours today.
With Arctic ice in your cooler, the possibilities are endless. Built in the USA. Built to last. Never buy ice again. Arctic ice. No hassle, no mess. Colder than the rest.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works AeroCart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is AeroCart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, AeroCart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Live less, do more. Get your Works AeroCart today. Available at Works.com.
The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment combines a rugged gear-driven tiller with the proven seed delivery and cultipacking systems that made the Verminator famous. The RT heavy-duty tiller allows true one-pass planting in most soil types like never before. An added feature is the tiller and seeder can be separated and used independently, making the RT perfect for a small garden at home or a large field food plot. The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment.
Be ready to go fishing anytime with Fisher's Choice canned baits. Yes, canned baits. Real shrimp, worms, and crickets. Preserved and packaged in a way for you to keep and use whenever you want to go fishing. They stay soft and moist. They look and feel like live bait. Panfish just love them. Unopened, they have a 5-year shelf life, 2 weeks after they're opened. Order online at TimbuktuOutdoors.com.
Welcome back, everyone. 39 after the hour. This is 40 after the hour, that is. This is O'Neill with O'Neill Outside. And we'll, let me click on my computer screen right here, and we'll wind up the radio prize package for everybody. And the question was, and you heard the list of prizes, the question was, before O'Neill and Gale, and we always make this personal, and maybe if I have time today or next week, I'll tell you why all the questions are, well, it's easy. The questions are personal as a reward for people who listen to the show. You will not know the answers for the radio prize package unless you are a listener to the show. It's not just sports trivia, okay? And the question was, prior to moving here near Amicalola Falls in North Georgia, in what city did O'Neill and Gale live? And Carl is calling from Decatur, Georgia. And Carl, what is the answer to the radio prize package?
It's Snellville.
Yes, indeed. We lived there for 35 years. It was a great place. Enjoyed every minute of it. Do we have your information so that we can send you the radio prize package?
Yes, you do, sir.
Good, good. Well, it was worth getting up this morning, huh? Are you at work or you
No, no, I'm heading turkey hunting right now.
Oh, you're going after one of those thunder chickens, huh? You've got them located?
I do. I'm going to some private land this morning that a buddy of mine has a blind set up.
Mm-hmm.
It's pouring down rain right now, so it'll be a little bit easier hunt because he's got the blinds ready to go.
Well, let me ask you a question. What do you think? You sound like you're a seasoned hunter. What do you think the rain, does it do anything to change the hunt?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously you got to think about just keeping yourself dry somehow, but
Right.
In my experiences, the turkey's still got to eat. This morning, it looks like the rain's going to pass through pretty quickly, so I'll probably be in the blind while it rains, and then it might slow them down a bit. But they still got to get out. They still got to get on the roost or get off the roost and make babies. So I'm confident we'll hear birds this morning.
I agree. Now, let me tell you what I learned about that from somebody that's a lot better turkey hunter than I am. Okay, that you can think about. In the rain, he always told me, when it's raining, the bird will stay on the roost longer.
Gotcha.
And number two, when he flies down, he will look for a place that's not in the high grass or anything.
That makes sense.
Because he doesn't want to get his feathers wet.
Right.
Interesting, isn't it?
No, it is, and I'm always learning. That's the fun thing about turkey hunting is there's always something new to learn, and it's always a challenge.
You bet. And to me, the number one instructor in turkey hunting is the turkey. He will let you know what mistakes you made.
And I've made a lot. I haven't gotten one yet, but I've been talking to turkeys almost every time I've been out.
Oh,
so
good. That's good.
It's a lot of fun.
Today may be your day. All right, thanks for calling.
So. I started off.
Go ahead.
I started off with good luck. No, I said I started off with good luck this morning, so that's a good omen.
Yes, you did. All right, have a good, safe hunt, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
You
Great
bet.
show.
There you are. All right, it's 43 after the hour. Let's talk to Bob. He's calling from Marietta on O'Neill Outside at 43 after the hour. Good morning, Bob.
Hey, O'Neill. How you doing?
Good.
Listen, before I ask my main question, I miss Sherry Gale on the radio.
I know. Well, she sleeps now.
Okay. All right. A week or so ago, you mentioned, I think it was Lake Montgomery.
Yes.
He said he wasn't there anymore. The river took it over.
Correct.
How does that happen?
Well, in older times, Lake Montgomery was an oxbow lake. You know what that is?
No.
Well, an oxbow lake is a place where the river used to have a current through the area, a big curve in the river. And for whatever reason, the water level went down or whatever the case might be, but it left a lake, but the river continued past it. You follow? And it left a big circular lake where the river used to have current.
Okay.
So that doesn't exist anymore because as the water level rose again, the river took over the lake.
Oh.
So it's still there, but it's not a lake. It's part of the river again.
That's weird.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
The largest largemouth bass ever recorded, 22 pounds and 4 ounces.
Okay, thanks.
You bet. Glad you called, pal. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye.
You bet. There you are. Now we learned something this morning, didn't we? 45 after the hour. 404-872-0750. 800-972-8255. We've got time. Here's a good friend. Jim is calling from Monroe, Georgia. Good morning, Jim. What do you think?
Good morning, Professor. How in the world you doing?
I'm doing fine. You're awfully kind. What's going on with you?
Well,
you headed for the woods?
Well, I was going to, but I'm going to go a little bit later this afternoon. I've had a little problem with one.
Uh-huh.
He's in between our property and another property. And,
okay.
Sometimes he'll go to theirs, sometimes he'll go to ours.
Uh-huh.
I'm just wondering if you had any particular suggestion is how to entice him a little more. I have had him come up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was a coyote or a bobcat, but he spooked and flew slap up and straight away.
Oh,
so
boy.
I figured it was either a coyote or a bobcat that was down in there. So I wondered if you had an idea of what we might try differently.
You know, without being there with you, without seeing the terrain, without understanding the lay of the land, I don't.
Okay.
But my only thing is to refer to the biggest mistake most turkey hunters make, and that is they call too much.
I only called him one time. He gobbled, and I could hear him when he hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And he was coming, and I don't know if there was a hen or what. I didn't hear one, but all of a sudden, he just, like I say, he just turned and went back the other way.
Yeah, he saw.
We've been after him now since opening, and I'm thinking that possibly he may the girls may decide to go to another hen party somewhere.
That could
and
be.
he may get a little lonely and start looking. So I just wonder if you had any other suggestions, like what you've told us before, that calling less is actually calling more.
Correct. The only thing that might work, that you might try, is once you've made that one call and he answered and it sounds like he's on the ground, the next call that you make in about 10 minutes, if you can do it without moving around too much, or at least turn your body and call away from him.
I have not done exactly turn my body, but what I have done is gone back up the hill, because he's actually down toward the swamp,
Mm-hmm.
and I go back up the hill some, and then when I do hear him, sometimes I'll try to ease back still while it's just barely breaking, and move back a little bit, and sometimes he will call and sound like he's close, but he did turn and go back away. So, it's just one of those situations, but it's exciting just to hear them thunder like they do.
Oh, my goodness. That's what I tell people, Jim. You don't have to pull the trigger on him.
No.
I mean, you don't have to kill him to make it the number one hunt there is. Yeah, I mean,
right.
I remember I heard a story. You remember? Have you ever read Tom Kelly and all of his books about turkey hunting?
I have not read all of them. I have read several.
Okay, well, you know who I'm talking about. He told me He told me one day he had 4 guys set up at a plantation. I think it was in Alabama, and a turkey was. He called in. It was a lesson, and he called in a bird that came within about 25 yards right in front of him. And they didn't intend to kill him because they wanted him to be there for teaching purposes. And the bird got right in front of him, and Tom said real loud, and I'm not going to do it real loud, he said, boom! And the turkey didn't move. And one of the guys that was with one of the students that was with Tom said, Tom, you missed him.
Oh, my gravy. I do remember your good friend, Quaker Boy.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I have never seen anybody's wife that got so excited about turkey hunting as what Dick Gerber's wife did.
Yeah, Dick Kirby.
I mean, watch. Yep, Dick Kirby. That's right. I even went and found an Ithaca 3.5-inch 10 gauge like what he shot.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, that's a piece of equipment. That's for sure.
He was a great guy. I hunted with him once. Now, we're talking about a fellow by the name of Dick Kirby. And he was listen to this, you may not know this, Jim, he was a barber. But he found out.
Yeah, he was.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
But he found out he had the gift, if you will, of being able to call, and he was just talented in that fashion. But I was with him one day, and he called in a turkey and did not use a call. He just did it with his mouth.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He can call.
That's what's the.
My grandson Travis can do that.
I'll tell you what, I enjoy. I still go back sometimes and back into the old archives and watch when you had him as a real youngster, and to see how you and him worked together and came on up through there.
Well,
and
thank you.
what you've done with that young man and how successful he is out there. Sorry to see that he went to Oklahoma, but as long as he's happy and enjoying what he's doing, that's all that matters.
That's right. He is he's a cowboy now. Wears a cowboy hat and a beard, and he's going to buy a horse this week.
I wonder what cat type he's going to buy. Is he going to buy a bay or a
I don't. It's going to be. I asked him that. He said it's fully trained.
Wow.
Okay. Now, I believe you. I said, how much does that cost? A couple of $100? And he laughed at me and he said, no, it's going to be about $3,000 to $5,000.
Yep.
For a horse. And I said, well, good luck, son. That's something I won't ever buy. So, hey, Jim, I'm glad you called, pal.
Thank you very much. You have a great weekend, and like I say, I'm not going to give up. We're going to chase this old buzzard yet. And
I believe you're going to get him.
Well, I don't know. Like you say, It's not getting him. It's basically just the excitement and the adrenaline that it puts to the old heart when you do hear him.
Do you think that? And I only got about 30 seconds. Do you think that hunting turkeys in the rain keeps them on the limb longer? They don't.
I don't know, Professor. I have seen them stay on the limb. I have seen some of them out there. It'd be gently raining in the morning, and they're out there walking in the fields. I really don't know.
Yeah. I know that they'll teach you. The reason we're all better turkey hunters right now is the fact that we've got so many turkeys to teach us the things that we do wrong.
That's right.
All right, I got to go, pal.
Thank you very much.
You bet. See you later, Jim. This is O'Neill with Works Radio. More when we return.
If you think a tin shed can hold up like a tough shed, you're in for a big surprise.
After 38 years, our buildings speak for themselves. Dream, design, and build at toughshed.com.
Your projects have met their match. Introducing the Works Switch Driver. With 2 rotating chucks, you can switch between bits in a second and get your projects done twice as fast. Say goodbye to all the hassle of an ordinary drill. Switch in a second from drilling to driving, Phillips to flat, drill bit to paddle bit, screwdriver to socket. Power through your projects faster and easier with the most innovative drill driver available, the Works Switch Driver. Get yours today.
With Arctic ice in your cooler, the possibilities are endless. Built in the USA, built to last. Never buy ice again. Arctic ice, no hassle, no mess, colder than the rest.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works AeroCart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is AeroCart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, AeroCart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Live less, do more. Get your Works AeroCart today. Available at Works.com.
The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment combines a rugged gear-driven tiller with the proven seed delivery and cultipacking systems that made the Verminator famous. The RT heavy-duty tiller allows true one-pass planting in most soil types like never before. An added feature is the tiller and seeder can be separated and used independently, making the RT perfect for a small garden at home or a large field food plot. The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment.
Be ready to go fishing anytime with Fisher's Choice canned baits. Yes, canned baits. Real shrimp, worms, and crickets. preserved and packaged in a way for you to keep and use whenever you want to go fishing. They stay soft and moist. They look and feel like live bait. Panfish just love them. Unopened, they have a 5-year shelf life, 2 weeks after they're opened. Order online at TimbuktuOutdoors.com.
The first hour of Works Radio is about to end, but let's get this call in if we can. Darlene is calling from Marietta, Georgia. Good morning, Darlene.
Good morning, O'Neill. How are you?
Lovely.
I wanted to ask you. I'm a blind lady. I was wondering how I could fish.
With somebody with you, I would imagine that would be quite an experience. I know a few years ago, I took a blinded veteran fishing.
Mm-hmm.
The two of us fished together. I made the cast for him, and so on. But someone could help you, and I think you would really enjoy it. Have you not done that before?
Yeah, I fished when I went to camp a couple of years ago.
I see. Well, did you enjoy it? Did you catch something?
Yeah, I think I did.
Well, that's wonderful that you're doing that.
But I just want to say, too, that I listened to your show. You changed the name from O'Neill Outside from O'Neill Works?
Yes.
How come? I was just curious.
Well, people, the only way you ever have a television or a radio show is people pay you to be associated with it.
Oh.
And sometimes they will pay you to have their name lead the show and call it Works Radio. And the second half of the year, it will be CVA Radio. So that's how that works.
And I enjoyed listening to Mrs. Williams on the air with you. I used to enjoy when you two were on the air together.
Yeah, a lot of people miss her, and thank you for mentioning that. But she's
coming back?
One day. She's too grumpy this time of day. That's why she's not on the air.
You're a lot of fun. I enjoyed talking to you.
Well, thank you for calling. Good luck to you. And if you get to go fishing, would you call me back and let me know what happened?
Okay, if I ever do, I'll call you back.
Good deal. Thank you so much.
Okay.
You're
welcome. You have a good day.
You have a great weekend. There you are. All right, first hour's gone, but we'll be back with the True Turn tackle tips. We'll have the mailbag, the Who Is This feature, and the Medal of Honor. All of those things on Works Radio when we return.
O'Neill Outside Radio is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Works Power and Garden Tools. Toyota, let's go places. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Big Green Egg, the most popular and most versatile ceramic grill. Huff Shed, great storage sheds and custom buildings. Year One, classic car parts for American muscle cars. Arctic Ice, the most durable, versatile, and effective cooler packs available. Timbuktu Outdoors, the ideal solution to live bait. Furminator, the best food plot implement on earth. And the Georgia Department of Natural Resources and State Parks.
From Black Powder headquarters and the Bojangled studio at Three Falls Cabin in the North Georgia mountains, it's time for O'Neill Outside. For anything in the outdoors, this is your source. Listen in and call the show with your comments or questions. And now, here's O'Neill.
Yes, indeed. The second hour of Works Radio is headed your way. I hope you'll participate with us this morning. This is O'Neill, and we're talking outdoors, not politics or anything of that nature. Springtime fishing and turkey hunting, and your participation with it or in it with your children and your family, and some of the things that you can do to make fishing better, turkey hunting better. And if you'll join me, we'll just do those very things. It's my pleasure and obligation, but pleasure more than anything else, to tell you that this program is brought to you by Works Tools, Striplings, Tough Shed, Snellville Heating and Air, Rocco's Pub, Georgia Department of Natural Resources, Big Green Egg, True Turn Hooks, Arctic Ice Freezer Packs, O'Neill's Podcast Fisher's Choice Baits, and new sponsors, Gin Spring Generators here in all of North Georgia, and Rita Critter. And we would be living with the animals up here if it weren't for Rita Critter. So welcome to the program. I would encourage you and recommend and thank you if you would take a look at O'Neill Outside Television and the podcast. And you can see all those on the Hunt Channel, Waypoint TV, Pursuit Up, our website, o'neilloutside.com, Destination, and Go and Fox Networks, Fox Sports Southeast, Fox Sports Phoenix, Fox Sports Florida, and my goodness, that's enough self-promotion. We will have the True Turn Tackle Tip, the Medal of Honor, and a couple of other special things within the program this morning if you'll just join us. I will take a moment to tell you this as we await our calls, 404-872-075800, 972-8255. Permit me the following in the next few seconds. If you take your family and children this spring and summer to the lake or the woods, there are two things every child has to have. If you're going to the lake, every child has to have on a personal flotation device. If you're going to go to the woods and camp and hike, every child has to have a whistle around his neck. I'll be back.
If you think a tin shed can hold up like a tough shed, you're in for a big surprise.
After 38 years, our buildings speak for themselves. Dream, design, and build at toughshed.com.
Your projects have met their match. Introducing the Work Switch Driver. With 2 rotating chucks, you can switch between bits in a second and get your projects done twice as fast. Say goodbye to all the hassle of an ordinary drill. Switch in a second from drilling to driving, Phillips to flat, drill bit to paddle bit, screwdriver to socket. Power through your projects faster and easier with the most innovative drill driver available, the Works Switch Driver. Get yours today.
With Arctic ice in your cooler, the possibilities are endless. Built in the USA. Built to last. Never buy ice again. Arctic Ice. No hassle, no mess. Colder than the rest.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works AeroCart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is AeroCart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, AeroCart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Live less, do more. Get your Works AeroCart today. Available at Works.com.
The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment combines a rugged gear-driven tiller with the proven seed delivery and cultipacking systems that made the Verminator famous. The RT heavy-duty tiller allows true one-pass planting in most soil types like never before. An added feature is the tiller and seeder can be separated and used independently, making the RT perfect for a small garden at home or a large field food plot. The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment.
Be ready to go fishing anytime with Fisher's Choice canned baits. Yes, canned baits. Real shrimp, worms, and crickets. Preserved and packaged in a way for you to keep and use whenever you want to go fishing. They stay soft and moist. They look and feel like live bait. Panfish just love them. Unopened, they have a 5-year shelf life, 2 weeks after they're opened. Order online at TimbuktuOutdoors.com.
Well, we've got a busy second hour of Works Radio headed your way. I hope you'll be able to join us. 404-872-0750 in the Atlanta area and all across the country at 800-972-8255. Here's our very informative call already. Here's Matt calling from Lake Lanier. What do you say, Captain Matt? What's going on with you?
Good morning. Just waiting for this little rain shower to get out here so we can go to work.
No, I bet fishing's good, isn't it?
fishing's been good. Bass are on the banks. You know, this is the only time of year you can really consistently, that's the key there, catch spotted bass in less than 10 feet of water.
Right. And what's your number one go-to bait for spotted bass that are at 10 or 12 feet?
If I had to pick just my go-to, make sure I'm going to catch a fish, I'd pick a plastic worm on leadhead.
Yeah, I agree.
But I would start out with something moving, a spinnerbait or a jerkbait where I could saturate more bottom. And, put the trolling motor on high and go kind of thing. And usually that'll work. If it really slicks off, we got real bluebird skies or something, then sometimes if they're reluctant to take the moving baits, then you get your worm on a shaky head or a grub on a shaky head, and those are your go-tos, though.
All right. Small baits, too, right?
Yeah, a 3 or 4 inch grub does fine on like a 3/16 ounce lead head, and it's a throw 'em and reel 'em bait. I use really light tackle. It's a lot of fun. It's a technique that really, really doesn't get enough attention. And I think people are scared, and we talked about this, you can throw the inline spinner baits in the mix, and I think people are scared or not. They're hesitant when they throw those little baits because they think you're fishing for a little fish.
No.
And you are, because a little fish can eat a little bait, but a big fish can and will eat a little bait.
Absolutely.
In our clear water, those big spots will gobble the little rooster tails, the little grubs up.
You betcha.
So you just got to go through some little ones to get to them. But that means, let's think about it. That means you're going to catch more fish, right? Because you're catching both. Let's see where's the downside to that. Don't see one.
That's right. Well said.
Yeah, we want to catch fish, right?
Yeah, that's right. Get bit.
And I'll tell you what, if you've got a youngster and you want to introduce him to bass fishing, that little grub and leadhead thing is great because he throws it out there and reels it. Usually when the fish bites it, he just loads up on it. It's not real technique intense like fishing a plastic worm in 20 or 30 feet where there's a lot of things that can go wrong. It's engaging. The kid can do it. It's fun, and he's casting and reeling. So that's a great way to introduce a youngster to bass fishing too.
Absolutely. In connection with that, and I've told this story, I'm bragging, but long time ago when I used to tournament bass fish, I was on Lanier, and I drew a guy that was the second in the boat, and he was fished for largemouth at Clark's Hill. I used a 4 and a 6 inch worm all day, and I caught 51. And he used an 8 inch worm, and he caught 1.
There you go.
Right. All right. So are you striper fishing? Pardon me. Are you striper fishing today?
A little of both. Probably going to throw a little top water. And striper fishing's been good too. We didn't talk about that. Really good live bait bite, planer boards.
Okay.
Free lines, some down lines. If you see schooling fish, they'll crush a mini mac, and there's a fair number of schoolers. It's sporadic, but that's certainly I would be looking for them. I'd be prepared when they come up because you don't have a big window there. Be ready to get them. And there's some fish being caught, a few topwater fish. That's been kind of sluggish to crank up, but it's there, but it's not wide open. And then, of course, a lot of stripers are shallow enough. You'll get a few on a jerk bait, a fluke. A fluke's a really good thing to fish right now because you're fishing for bass and stripers all at the same time, whether you want to or not. But that's another easy bait to use and very effective. With the water in the mid to upper 60s, depending on where you're at, there's a lot of fish cruising the banks in shallow water.
Are you fishing every day now?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm not guiding as much. We reduced our guide schedule because of the stay-in place order.
Okay.
So, yeah, we wrestle with that a little bit. But, yeah, I'm fishing a lot, not guiding as much.
I got you.
So we'll see what happens if we're going to extend this. We'll make a plan of action after that.
You bet. Well, the audience always learns something when you call, and I do appreciate that, Mac.
Well, I hope they do. And we always enjoy calling. Everybody get out there. This little rain shower's going to come to pass. Good day to go fishing. Get out there and get after it.
Well, I would just add one thing, that for everyone to check out your website, Captain Mac, all right?
CaptainMax.com, and you can get this fishing report in a very largely expanded version. And, of course, we'll put some pictures and videos and try and entertain you a little bit, too.
Fabulous videos and photos. You're really doing a great job with that.
Well, thank you very much. Hope people enjoy it. And just go to Captain Max, CaptMacks.
All right, my good friend. Have a great weekend.
Do the same, buddy.
You bet. See you later. All right, it's 17 after the hour. Let's talk now to Stuart. He's calling from Jackson, Georgia, I believe. Good morning, Stuart. What do you say?
Hey, O'Neill, how you doing, my brother?
Good.
Listen, I got a question for you.
All right.
I want to know if you know this is a white crappie.
Yes.
What's the largest caught crappie in the world?
Well,
what did it weigh?
I saw a photo the other day on the internet of a crappie that was
White crappie now.
Yeah, boasted as being a new world's record. Is that the one you're talking about?
It's the world record. I read it in the Fishing Guide magazine.
Okay, what was it? 6 pounds and something?
Nope.
What?
You owe me $10.
Okay.
No, it's 5.3 ounces, O'Neill.
That's a giant.
5.3 ounces.
That's a giant.
Okay, another question, and I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
And I'm glad to hear a lot of your callers are addressing you as the professor.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, what was I going to ask you? Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Could you tell me, or can you tell me, how much you paid for your barn? What would it cost now?
Oh, you mean
roughly? How, off the top of your head.
You mean my tough shed or my garage apartment?
Tough shed.
My tough shed.
Tough shed.
I think it was about $10,000, maybe less.
So you got a large.
Yeah, I got a big one. It's got a front porch on it and shelves inside and a loft, and that's Tough Shed is a sponsor, and that's the one they wanted me to have.
Okay, do you know what the smallest one they build?
No, I do not. I do not.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Now,
listen.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, O'Neill.
No. Now this is I've got it on the screen here is Stewart, but this is Black, isn't it?
This is Black down in Jackson. Georgia.
Right, and you need to give me do you mind giving me your address again, because I lost it?
That's the reason I hadn't got my hat right.
Right.
Anyway, it's 801 Jackson Lake Road.
All right.
Jackson, Georgia. 30233-2826.
Send it to you this week, pal.
Listen, last question.
Go.
Okay, you said I thought I knew the answer to your question there about where you live prior to moving to the mountains. Anyway, you said you lived in Snellville, you and Gail, for 30 years, right?
Yep, 35 years,
Oh, okay, do you remember a policeman that policed Snellville way back? What was his name?
Oh, my goodness, I don't know, Black.
Sam Ketchum.
That sounds familiar.
Sam Ketchum. Is Ketchup or Ketchum?
Oh, you're the greatest,
and they said
man.
He would catch it. Last request.
All right, hurry.
My friend, you know where Elberton, Georgia is, I know.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's my hometown. I left there in '64 when I went back in the military. By the way, me and my oldest brother had 31 years.
My goodness.
And I gave him 22 years, 10 months, and 13 days.
I think he got it narrowed down. I got 10 seconds, Black.
Okay. This is a prayer request. My friend in Elberton, his birthday is the 18th of June.
Black, I got to put you on hold. We'll get back. This is O'Neill.
If you think a tin shed can hold up like a tough shed, you're in for a big surprise.
After 38 years, our buildings speak for themselves. Dream, design, and build at toughshed.com.
Your projects have met their match. Introducing the Work Switch Driver. With 2 rotating chucks, you can switch between bits in a second and get your projects done twice as fast. Say goodbye to all the hassle of an ordinary drill. Switch in a second from drilling to driving, Phillips to flat, drill bit to paddle bit, screwdriver to socket. Power through your projects faster and easier with the most innovative drill driver available, the Works Switch Driver. Get yours today.
With Arctic ice in your cooler, the possibilities are endless. Built in the USA, built to last. Never buy ice again. Arctic ice, no hassle, no mess, colder than the rest.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works AeroCart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is AeroCart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, AeroCart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Live less, do more. Get your Works AeroCart today. Available at Works.com.
The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment combines a rugged gear-driven tiller with the proven seed delivery and cultipacking systems that made the Verminator famous. The RT heavy-duty tiller allows true one-pass planting in most soil types like never before. An added feature is the tiller and seeder can be separated and used independently, making the RT perfect for a small garden at home or a large field food plot. The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment.
Be ready to go fishing anytime with Fisher's Choice canned baits. Yes, canned baits. Real shrimp, worms, and crickets. Preserved and packaged in a way for you to keep and use whenever you want to go fishing. They stay soft and moist. They look and feel like live bait. Panfish just love them. Unopened, they have a 5-year shelf life, 2 weeks after they're opened. Order online at TimbuktuOutdoors.com.
Welcome back to Works Radio. We've got some calls we've got to hook up to. Before we get to some other features, let's round up Black again. What were you saying, kind sir? I'm sorry I had to cut you off.
That's fine, O'Neill. I have a prayer request.
Okay.
My friend, here's his name, Frank Harper.
Okay.
His birthday is the 18th of June, and mine's the 19th. We were going to get together, but I called a few days ago. Mm-hmm. He's taken for the worst.
Oh, boy.
He's going to have 24/7 round the clock.
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to remember him in prayer.
Glad you called, pal.
Thank you so much, O'Neill. Enjoy your program.
You bet. See you soon. All right, next up is, been holding on quite a while. Jeff is calling from Cartersville, Georgia. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, O'Neill.
Hey.
Hey. Hello?
Yes, sir. I can hear you just fine.
Okay, I'm headed to Carter's Lake. Never fished it before.
Oh,
Can
boy.
you tell me anything about it?
Okay, let's see. It's Saturday. If you can find out locally what time the dam might be generating, okay, then you have 2 choices. If they are generating through the dam, you will fish the mouth of the canal that goes to the dam.
Okay.
If there's current there are tens of thousands of catchable fish right there. If they're not generating, you won't catch a thing. So if they're not generating, the thing for you to do is think deep and think current. If you have
with the bass maybe going on bed.
That's right. You think go up the river. Go up the river, or maybe a cove with a creek in it, because a cove with a creek has current.
Right.
They'll always, if you haven't been there before and you don't know the deep water brush piles, the deep water standing trees and all that sort of thing, then the place for you to fish, even if you're fishing shallow, fish where there's current, even in a creek. Now, then I'll shut up. But you come to a cove with a creek in it. Your first cast is not to the bank. Your first cast is the middle of the cove in the little creek channel that feeds that cove.
Yeah, we went up a few days ago to look at the lake and talked to a local up there who works for the department, some kind of department that takes care of the parks and everything.
Right.
And that's pretty much what he said, too.
Well,
go to the middle of the cove.
Middle of the cove. That's right. That's where the fish doesn't stay shallow all the time. He'll go up and range the bank, and then he'll go back out to 6 feet, 7 feet deep in the middle of the cove. That's your first cast.
Well, he was telling me that the spots bed 10, 15 feet deep up there.
That is correct. That is correct. But, they're going to find that current before they end up at 10 feet. So give that a try. Yeah. Hey, it's a beautiful lake. But if you can, believe me, if you can find that current that's going to the dam, there's a canal that goes to the dam at Carter's Lake.
Yeah.
And if you can find that current right there they're generating, believe me, you can catch 5 limits there at the mouth of that canal.
Okay.
Give it a try. Let me know next week now, okay?
Okay.
Call me back. Thank you, pal. All right, there you go. That's a good call. 29 after the hour. Let's talk now to, oh, my goodness, Hank the Yank. And he's still in bed. He hadn't even gotten up yet.
How do you know?
I'm just real smart.
Yeah. I'm out of bed.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I ain't missed any meals. Been eating good all week.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Professor.
I was thinking about that in the break when I've had several people say that to me on the radio, and the reason why is I learned all this stuff from people like you.
You got to choose a better class of friends.
Okay.
You need to avoid guys like me and Mac.
Oh no, you guys are the source of my information, my confirmation.
Well, I had a big Easter Sunday last week. Let me tell you, pal. It was prefrontal.
Right.
So
yeah.
You and I always talk about how good the fishing is prefrontal versus postfrontal, and it kept people off the lake last weekend. Easter Sunday and the threat of rain and light winds, and let me tell you, I found fish on top in several places on Lake Lanier. I have a video, which I'll send to you when the show is over. I should have sent it to you this week. I pulled up to what I thought was some nervous water. I thought it was bait. And I took a look at it, and as soon as I pulled up there, I shut the motor down, I put my trolling motor down, and I went over to a sandbar, went over to the side of the sandbar to the other side, and as soon as I got there, the whole lake just came alive. I must have had 100 stripers around the boat just busting a gut. It was,
oh boy!
It was great. It was really great. So I made 2 casts, two false casts with my fly rod, and I had my antenna up on the bow of the, on the console, and I wrapped that fly line before I could get the cast into the fish. I wrapped that fly line around the antenna about 20 times. So I looked and I said, "There's no way I'm going to get this undone." So I picked up my phone and started videoing the whole thing.
I saw that. So, I saw a video from you this week. It was great.
That was it. That was
man!
Why I wasn't fishing. I wasn't fishing because I made an errant cast.
When you sent me the video, now it's confirmed. I said, I see the fish. Nobody's making any cast.
Yeah, I should have when I got done videoing. When I got done videoing the fish, I should have turned and said, "Oh, by the way, this is why I didn't make any cast." It's because my line was wrapped around the antenna at least 10 times.
Okay.
It was pretty funny, but the fish came back up again about 5 minutes later, and I caught them. So it was a good Easter Sunday.
Good for you.
But let's fast forward to today. You're not going to be able to do very well today. The wind is going to be howling. We're going to be talking 20 to 25 mile an hour gusts today. So if you're going to fish this weekend, I would suggest tomorrow morning. We are going to be getting some rain tomorrow, late in the morning, in the afternoon. So that means we're once again prefrontal. and these fish seem to do better on the front side of these fronts versus the back side of these fronts.
Absolutely.
So tomorrow morning is a prefrontal day here in North Georgia, so anybody going to any of the lakes should have a good time if they go in the morning. I will tell you this, I was out last night. I went for an afternoon cruise, and I will tell you, with this whole corona thing going on and people being bored, everybody is getting out on the lakes nowadays, which I think is great. Okay, that's what they're there for, to social distance and have a good time. If you're an angler, I will tell you, you are way better off fishing in the mornings rather than trying to get out after 10, 11 o'clock. Because after 11 o'clock until about 6 p.m., the lakes look like 4th of July. That's what it looks like on Lanier right now. So you either need to fish in the mornings or you need to fish right before sunset, because otherwise all you're doing is dodging jet skis and cruisers and everything else. So use that as your fishing strategy for the next couple of weeks till this thing lifts.
Okay, good idea.
And that's about it, my friend. The striper fishing's is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's pretty good. We're on the new moon this week. So the new moon is Monday, so we should have, again, really good fishing tomorrow is what I suspect. I would plan your day accordingly and try and get out and take a kid in the mornings.
2 days before and 2 days after, huh?
Yeah, and the moon is Monday, so anything up to 3 days before, up to 3 days after, that's what I like. I just don't like fishing the day of the moon itself, which is Monday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday is good, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. On the new moon. On the full moon, I can go 7 days out. 7 days prior to 3 days after, I like the moon. So what I'm basically saying is you have probably 16 key days a year where those fish are going to be active. I mean, 16 key days a month, not a year. Per month. Every month we have 16 days with the moon phases that puts a chip on your side of the table if you're an angler.
And you can, if you guys, I'll conclude with this. If you visit o'neilloutside.com, the bottom of the home page, you can see the moon phase clock.
And it's very helpful.
You betcha.
When I'll leave you with this. When I have folks calling me for guide trips, like I'll start getting trips start booking trips for the fall probably in the next month. Usually by end of May, I start booking some fall trips for October, November, because it gets very busy and guys want to get on the calendar. And the very first thing we do is, and my customers that have fished me before know, the first thing they're going to do is, all right, Henry, look at the moon phase. Give me a good moon phase for when we're going. And they get they're smart with that. And it just, as an angler, it just puts a chip on your side of the table to be more successful.
And we need all the help we can get. All right, my good friend.
Lord knows.
You have a great
pal.
You have a great weekend.
You too. Stay safe and stay distant.
You betcha. I will do that. I am, and I will continue. And I'll catch you later. This is O'Neill. Before I go out of here in a break in less than a minute, it's time for the True Turn tackle tip. Ready? It's springtime. One of your choice baits is going to be a spinnerbait. It is a big fish bait, as is a buzz bait. If you want to increase your catch, use a trailer hook and turn the trailer hook down and not up. I guarantee you'll catch more. Turn the trailer hook down and then finish off the tip by mashing the barb. Collapse the barb on your trailer hook for your spinnerbait and buzzbait. I guarantee you'll catch more fish per bite if you'll do that. This is O'Neill with Works Radio. Medal of Honor when we return.
If you think a tin shed can hold up like a tough shed, you're in for a big surprise.
After 38 years, our buildings speak for themselves. Dream, design, and build at toughshed.com.
Your projects have met their match. Introducing the Work Switch Driver. With 2 rotating chucks, you can switch between bits in a second and get your projects done twice as fast. Say goodbye to all the hassle of an ordinary drill. Switch in a second from drilling to driving. Phillips to flat, drill bit to paddle bit, screwdriver to socket. Power through your projects faster and easier with the most innovative drill driver available, the Works Switch Driver. Get yours today.
With Arctic ice in your cooler, the possibilities are endless. Built in the USA, built to last. Never buy ice again. Arctic ice, no hassle, no mess, colder than the rest.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works AeroCart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is AeroCart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, AeroCart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Live less, do more. Get your Works AeroCart today. Available at Works.com.
The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment combines a rugged gear-driven tiller with the proven seed delivery and cultipacking systems that made the Verminator famous. The RT heavy-duty tiller allows true one-pass planting in most soil types like never before. An added feature is the tiller and seeder can be separated and used independently, making the RT perfect for a small garden at home or a large field food plot. The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment.
Be ready to go fishing anytime with Fisher's Choice canned baits. Yes, canned baits. Real shrimp, worms, and crickets. Preserved and packaged in a way for you to keep and use whenever you want to go fishing. They stay soft and moist. They look and feel like live bait. Panfish just love them. Unopened, they have a 5-year shelf life, 2 weeks after they're opened. Order online at TimbuktuOutdoors.com.
Well, it's been a fun hour so far. We've got a couple of more calls we want to handle before we proceed. Let's talk to Grace. She's calling from Alpharetta, Georgia. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning. I love listening to your show, O'Neill.
Thank you very much.
I used to fish with my dad growing up, and I just love it so much. And I was in a car accident. I'm in a wheelchair, and I heard the caller call in that's blind, and I'm interested in fishing, too, and I just wonder, is there any... I need assistance, and is there any organization
Grace,
or help that you know of?
Grace, I know of nothing right offhand.
Okay.
But I should. So if you will listen next week, I promise I will have some direction from you in this second hour that can maybe be of some help.
Okay, that'd be great. I love listening, and I will listen for that.
Fond memories of fishing with your father, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes, sir.
They last forever, those memories.
Yes. And we would go down to Florida, and we used to always, every summer, go out deep sea fishing.
Oh.
And love that. Even after I was in a wheelchair, because I was in a car accident when I was 16. So even after that, you know, my parents would just take me anywhere. But, you know, now I'm older, and divorced, and so, but it's something I want to get back into, and I just don't know how, really.
I'm going to round you up some recommendations before next week, I promise.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You bet.
I'm excited.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right.
Stay safe.
There you are. Now, let's talk to, did Gabriel leave? I was just about to get to Gabriel. That's too bad. Let's see if I've got something else here to get before we get to the... Nope, that's it. Okay. Well, I wanted... let's do the second radio prize package quickly. I'm sorry. If you win a coupon to go to Rocco's, and here's the question. Telephone number is 404-872-0750, 800-972-8255. Answer the following question, and you'll get a coupon for a visit to Rocco's Pub in Jasper, Georgia. And the question is, often on the show, I have referred to a guide and a friend of mine at West Point Lake in Georgia. or referred to in many, many times as the god of West Point Lake. What's his name? Who am I talking about? He's a guide that started guiding when the lake backed up. He's a natural fisherman and the greatest on West Point Lake with whom I ever fished. So who is the god of West Point Lake? 404-872-0750, 800-972-8255. Now, if we can, we have time for it. If we can get Corey to bring up the Medal of Honor.
Honor, courage, and strength of character. These qualities are embodied by the recipients of the Medal of Honor. Now let's recognize this week's Medal of Honor recipient on O'Neill Outside.
Staff Sergeant Clyde Choate, France, 1944. Choate was a commander of a tank destroyer, and our infantry was occupied a position on a wooded hill when, at dusk, an enemy tank and a full company of German infantry attacked, threatening to overrun the American position and capture a command post only 400 yards to the rear. Clyde's tank destroyer, the only weapon available to oppose the German armor, was set afire by 2 hits. He first ordered all of his men to retreat. Then he returned to the destroyer to search for comrades. A fire exploded in the tank, and it tore off his jacket and blew his helmet off his head. Seeing that the tank and its supporting infantry beginning to overrun his fellow soldiers in their shallow foxholes, he secured a bazooka and actually ran after the tank, dodging from tree to tree and passing through the enemy's loose skirmish line. He fired a rocket from a distance of only 20 yards, immobilizing the German tank, and then running back to the infantry through vicious fire, he secured another rocket and advanced up the hill through machine gun fire and reached a position only 10 yards from the German tank. His second shot shattered the turret. With his pistol, he killed 2 of the German crew as they emerged from the tank, and then, running to the tank, he dropped a grenade inside and completed its destruction. He did all of this alone. With their army gone, the German infantry became disorganized and was driven back. Sergeant Choate's great daring in assaulting an enemy tank single-handedly, his determination to follow the vehicle after it had passed his position, and his skill and crushing thoroughness in the attack prevented the enemy from capturing a battalion command post and turned a probable defeat into a tactical success. He died in October 2001. Staff Sergeant Clyde Choate, France, 1944. Wow. And I want to take a moment. I don't have a call. For those of you who may be unfamiliar, permit me to I repeat myself all the time. Permit me to repeat myself in the following fashion. I chose to begin the Medal of Honor description, and it is on my website. You can go to o'neilloutside.com and you can read and research all of these Medal of Honor recipients. The reason I started that was a few years ago, a very prominent, talented, famous entertainer, a singer, died. And if the descriptions are correct, she drowned in her bathtub because of a drug overdose. I don't have anything against her. Don't get me wrong. I'm not throwing rocks. But the the state of New Jersey lowered their flags at half-staff in tribute to an entertainer who died from a drug overdose in her bathtub. But yet no one knows these Medal of Honor recipients. So I said, well, let's tell everybody about these guys. They sacrificed their lives, most of them. They were heroic in defending their fellow soldiers and were, in most cases, devastating to the enemies that they encountered in Germany, France, Italy, Vietnam, Afghanistan, and so on. That's why, that is the origin of, and that's why I started the Medal of Honor tribute. And that Medal of Honor tribute, you can listen every week, and that's why I do that. So, and sometimes I really get wrapped up in it. Do I not have any answers? Okay, yes we do. At 49 after the hour, I've got time for this. My question for the Rocco's prize package and get to go to Rocco's for wings and their food and their entertainment was, what's the name of the fellow that over the years I have called the god of West Point Lake? And Steve is calling from Marietta, Georgia. Steve, who am I talking about, and who is the god of West Point Lake?
Mr. O'Neill, that was Mr. Tommy Mike, a great, great man and a great fisherman.
Absolutely, absolutely. Tommy had it. You know what I'm saying?
He had it, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. He knew where they lived and how to catch them. I don't think he fishes much anymore. He's an old man like I am, so he doesn't guide anymore. But thank you for your participation in the show. Do you know Tommy?
I know Tommy. I knew Mr. Ron Savage and a lot of those gentlemen from West Point. I'm actually headed to the pond this morning.
Okay, let me ask you then, if you'll permit me. I think I've got time. Yes, I do. Where is Ron Savage these days?
I do not know. It is my understanding he was having some health difficulties.
Okay.
And I haven't spoken to any of those gentlemen in a number of years.
Okay. Well, you know, you always like to recall and revisit the people of those great days that you had on the water in the woods. You like to revisit those people from time to time. Each time that I will say that each time I drive to, if I'm headed from Montgomery to see sponsors and so on, I always call Tommy.
Yes, sir.
And I always enjoy his pleasant, he and Catherine, his wife, most pleasant individuals, and he is indeed, do you agree, the god of West Point Lake?
Yes, sir. And thank you for your Medal of Honor section this morning.
Thank you.
Great piece.
You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. Have a great weekend, pal.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Steve. There
Bye-bye.
You go. Yeah, we get the Rocco's coupon to Steve. He can go up and meet some wings. 51 minutes after the hour, this is O'Neill with Works Radio. And I want to, you know, if we can educate ourselves about fishing and fishermen and so on, I always want to take that opportunity. I'm going to read a description to you of someone in the fishing tackle business, and then I'll tell you who he is. I think I've got time for this, maybe. He started a bait company in 1958. He started with $5, and later he became one of the most popular personalities in the fishing industry. He won fame with a bait called a jelly worm and a Little George. His business grew into a $1 million company by the time it was sold in 1979. He's a two-time BASS tournament winner, and he was a top tournament angler until he retired in 1984. He was inducted into the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame in 2003. I wonder who that is. I bet you already know. I'm talking about Tom Mann. Mann's Bait Company, Eufaula, Alabama. Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. Yes, okay. All right, 52 after the hour. This is O'Neill with Works Radio. I appreciate you guys all joining us this morning and indulging O'Neill with some of his lectures and recommendations. Fish the cove with a creek in it. If it's the first time at the lake, go up the river. Find the current. Find the current in the cove, and your first cast into a cove with a creek in it is in the middle of the cove. Boy, don't we learn things together? We surely should. I've got a lot of friends of mine that are really good at it, and I always ask them about those types of things. 53 after the hour, this is O'Neill. Got another short segment coming up. Give us a call. This is O'Neill. I'll be back.
If you think a tin shed can hold up like a tough shed, you're in for a big surprise.
After 38 years, our buildings speak for themselves. Dream, design, and build at toughshed.com.
Your projects have met their match. Introducing the Works Switch Driver. With 2 rotating chucks, you can switch between bits in a second and get your projects done twice as fast. Say goodbye to all the hassle of an ordinary drill. Switch in a second from drilling to driving, Phillips to flat, drill bit to paddle bit, screwdriver to socket. Power through your projects faster and easier with the most innovative drill driver available, the Works Switch Driver. Get yours today.
With Arctic ice in your cooler, the possibilities are endless. Built in the USA, built to last. Never buy ice again. Arctic ice, no hassle, no mess, colder than the rest.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works AeroCart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is AeroCart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, AeroCart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Live less, do more. Get your Works AeroCart today. Available at Works.com.
The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment combines a rugged gear-driven tiller with the proven seed delivery and cultipacking systems that made the Verminator famous. The RT heavy-duty tiller allows true one-pass planting in most soil types like never before. An added feature is the tiller and seeder can be separated and used independently, making the RT perfect for a small garden at home or a large field food plot. The Verminator RT by Renews Outdoor Equipment.
Be ready to go fishing anytime with Fisher's Choice canned baits. Yes, canned baits. Real shrimp, worms, and crickets. Preserved and packaged in a way for you to keep and use whenever you want to go fishing. They stay soft and moist. They look and feel like live bait. Panfish just love them. Unopened, they have a 5-year shelf life, 2 weeks after they're opened. Order online at TimbuktuOutdoors.com.
Okay, we're almost done with the second hour, and this weekend's O'Neill Outside. 2 things to tell you about. Captain Mack called back for me to pass along to the lady that had the questions about wheelchair bound and other handicaps, being able to be escorted or learn about fishing and have places to go. And I'm told that you can visit the Department of Natural Resources, Georgia Department of Natural Resources website, and locate there. On that site, you will be able to locate the facilities, the place, the people, All of those things necessary so that a handicapped person can receive aid in going fishing. Wasn't that kind of him to call back? Let's give that a try, and we'll talk about it next week, and I will also. Secondly, before we leave, it's going to turn into some self-promotion. That is, if you can, if you like, should you choose to do so, you can watch O'Neill Outside on Fox Sports Southeast, Fox Sports Florida, Fox Sports Arizona, and the VOD sites, that's video on demand sites, such as the Hunt Channel, Waypoint TV, Pursuit Up, our website, as I said, Destination Go, the, what do we call that, the Carbon TV. You can watch O'Neill Outside dozens of places every single week, and I would invite you to visit O'Neill Outside. And there on the home page, you can purchase my first book. The next one's coming out pretty soon, called O'Neill Outside, People and Places Along the Way. It's recollections, if you will, of those people and places. And if you order it on the website, I will sign it and personalize it for you. If you choose to order it from Amazon, you may do so and read the reviews there at Amazon. So, cork's back in the jug. I appreciate all you guys calling. It's always a pleasure to speak with you on Saturday mornings for Works Radio and O'Neill Outside. This is our, my goodness, this is scary, isn't it? This is our 29th year on radio and 39th year on television. Let's make friends. And if you're too busy to go fishing and take a child along, you're too busy. I'll see you guys next week.
I once asked a mighty hunter, coming home from the field, how he came to possess such mighty hunting and fishing skill. He said, I'll tell you a secret, son. I learned everything I know from listening to O'Neill Outside on my radio. O'Neill, O'Neill, O'Neill Outside.